G'day from Australia, and welcome to another episode of Halfling House. And if you checked my video previously, I mentioned that I have pulled out a whole bunch of halflings out of storage that have been there for 12 years and been getting massive nostalgia vibes. So I've decided to come back into the hobby and start playing Mordheim. And use some of these miniatures as halfling warbands. So today I'm showcasing what is my Halfling Witch Hunter warband, which was actually a regiment from my army. I had like a 10-12 unit army of old Citadel halflings, each with different themes, and one of them just happened to be a witch hunter warband. So yeah, feel free to check out my blog. I'll put it in the links below if you want to see more photos of these and of my army. So yeah, here we have it. One of the Witch Hunter halflings from the old Citadel range. And I absolutely love these old Citadel halflings, just full of so much character. And a bit of a theme going here. So I'm deciding what sort of warband I should have for my halflings, whether I should play with witch hunters and just use halfling models, or whether I should use the different halfling lists. So first up, I'm just going through the models I would use. So they're mostly Citadel miniatures, but this one here, I think is from Hersey, I can't remember exactly. And this is Von Halfling, the witch hunter. And that was to lead the unit there. So you can see my painting style, very extreme sort of highlights, very old school style. You know, maybe doesn't hold up in today's standards, but I think I still love it, and I'd probably still keep painting like this, just because I feel it really suits those miniatures. So yeah, that would be the leader of the warband, just a really characterful mini. Great mini actually. You can have him with a crossbow in his hand, a pot of gold, or in this case, a parchment. So yeah, he's going to lead the warband and chase some naughty little witches. And then I have 2 hounds. And these are from the Lord of the Rings range, I think Farmer Maggot hounds. So they scale in pretty good. Yeah, not the greatest paint job on these. But you know, they'll do. So this is a pretty cool one. So as you can see, I've gone with a sort of brown and white theme, and with brown hats on most of these. And that's a very classic Citadel miniature. Not the greatest paint job on the white. But still, I think, does the trick again. So here's a conversion. And this guy would normally have a pickaxe, but when I brought the model, it didn't have anything on the top, so I changed it into a torch, which I feel really suits, you know, the halfling vibe. And this is one of the more modern Citadel. Well, this would be the Warhammer halflings from the Empire range. And again, he had a broken spear, which, I converted into a flame. And I think, really fits the vibe there. So much character on these. Absolutely love these models. I'll speed it up a bit. This is actually a Bilbo Baggins from the when Citadel did a Lord of the Rings range. Really characterful models, and I feel it really fits that Mordheim vibe as well, with all those books and stuff and adventuring through. And a little fighter there with his big witch hunter top hat, shield. This is another one from the Lord of the Rings range, and I think this is a Frodo with the ring. not the greatest paint job on his face. But still, I still like it anyway, regardless. Lots of character there. Yeah, I love this mini. Bit better paint job on him. So that fits well with like a witch hunter themed, like a zealot or something like that. And this is like an old Marauder halfling. So I'm not sure what the relationship was with like Citadel and Games Workshop and Marauder. But they had like a very limited number of little tiny halflings, so they're actually really, really small if you say compare them. Because even these Citadel halflings are quite small, and then the Marauder are even tinier. And there's a nice spearman there. Again, some cool character on that. And I got two of the old pre-slaughter. Harry the Hammer on the right, and then another hammerer there. So yeah, they would again fit in with that witch hunter sort of vibe, very old school. These were lead miniatures as well. So yeah, it's quite hard well, it's not hard to get hold of these older models. You can get them on eBay. They cost around £10, which would be like 20 Australian dollars, up to £20, depending on the model, how popular they are, and so forth. So you can still get them. So this is actually a Bob Ollie halfling, and I've converted the torch there. I probably won't use that. I don't like the detail on these sculpts as much. He's got a hound and everything. So then again, yeah, very interesting. And I think this is the last one here. Another characterful halfling. So you can see, yeah, they've got, cool little theme there. So if I decide I want to play Witch Hunters, I have a small warband. I actually had an ogre for these guys. Really cool ogre, but I didn't bring it back. It's still in storage. So there we have it, little warband. Let me know your thoughts. You think I should play these in Mordheim? Should I play them as just standard Witch Hunters? Or as halflings? So yeah, Van Halfling, the Witch Hunter. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. If you collect halflings, if you like halflings, feel free to post links to your Instagram or any, photos that you might have. Would be really cool. I'm always keen to check out. I think I mentioned in my previous video, I really love the old Citadel Warhammer halflings. I'm not a huge fan of many of the halflings now that are oversized, overly fat, kind of aggressive looking faces. I just really like the silly, cute, sort of crazy vibes on these. And there's, very few halflings that have that vibe and fit the same sort of scale. I think there's old school miniatures. They look like they got some pretty cool halflings that would fit with these. Another that might fit I think Wargames Foundry does some. And also tag halflings. They'll be a bigger scale. They're more Empire style. And I think MOM does some cool printed halflings, but they're more Empire size, more like this style, and maybe even bigger than these. But yeah, I might go online and look to source some more halflings to paint up. So there you have it. There are my Witch Hunter halflings. Cheers for watching.